Hi everyone, my name is Deborah Johnson, and today I'll be sharing about the right gift but the wrong ground. So you can be fully equipped and still feel ineffective because the issue isn't your value, it's your placement and season. A right screw in the wrong material will strip, wobble, and look weak, even though it's perfectly made. Some of what you called "I'm not good enough" is actually "I'm not planted right." Being equipped doesn't mean ready for that room. David was anointed in private but didn't sit on the throne the next day. In 1 Samuel 6:11-13, David was anointed. And then in verses 18 to 23 of chapter 16, he was serving in Saul's court. So the reality is you can have the oil on your life and still be in a training field. A surgeon can't operate in a kitchen. They have the same skill, but it's the wrong setting. How can you overcome this? Stop calling preparation as a delay. Ask God, what is this season producing in me? In 1 Peter 5:6, it says, "Humble yourselves that he may exalt you in due time." 2. Wrong place makes a strong gift look weak. Joseph's gift was leadership and administration, but he spent seasons in a pit, a house, and then prison. In Genesis 37, Joseph was in the pit. In chapter 39, he was in prison, and then later on in 41, he was being promoted. Joseph didn't lose his calling. He was gaining capacity. You're a builder, but you're surrounded by people who only criticize. You start doubting at your gift, and when the real issue is the environment that you are in. So how do you overcome that? Keep excellence in hidden seasons. Your gift will make room. The right screw in the wrong friend group gets stripped. In Psalms 1, verse 1 and 2, it talks about counsel on the path and how seats matter. And then in 1 Corinthians 15, how influence corrupts habits. Proverbs 13 talks about how the wise walk with good company. So you're trying to live a clean life, but your circle normalizes gossip, compromise, laziness, or lust. They may not be evil people. They're just the wrong soil for your growth. So how do you overcome? Ask, after I'm with them, am I closer to God or further from Him? Build a new table, small group, mentors, disciplined friends, prayer, and partners. You don't have to hate people to have boundaries. When you're wearing what doesn't fit you, you can't move. David tried on Saul's armor and said he couldn't walk in it. In 1 Samuel 17, it says, "I can't walk with these, for I have not tested them." So sometimes your frustration is God saying, stop trying to win your fight with someone else's method. You're copying another person, another pastor, another leader, and their style, and you feel stuck. It's because grace flows where you're authentic and assigned. How you overcome. Return to what God trained you with. Your stones, your tested disciplines, your real gifting. Wrong location can numb your conviction. Lot was in Sodom. Lot pitched towards Sodom, and eventually he's living there, then shifting in its gate. In Genesis chapter 13 and also 19, we can see what happened to Lot. And this is what happens when a good person stays too long in the wrong place. You can start negotiating what God already judged. A believer in a toxic workplace or a friend circle starts laughing at what they used to pray against. How can you overcome? God will sometimes rescue you by discomfort. Don't ignore the holy unrest in you. Move while you still hear Him clearly. Some doors are not too early, not too evil. Timing matters. Even Jesus had timing. In Luke 3, Jesus begins His ministry at the right time. In John 7:6 says, "My time has not come yet." You can be correct and still be early. Early fruit is still unripe fruit. You have the vision, but you don't have the team, the maturity, the budget, or the structure yet. God isn't rejecting the dream. He's protecting it. So how do you overcome that? Ask for wisdom to discern not now, without assuming it's never. 7. Repositioning. God plants you where you can produce. Ruth left Moab and stepped into covenant alignment. Then her life was unlocked. Ruth didn't just meet a man, she met a field. She got into the right environment and her future opened. You don't just need a new job, you need a new culture. You don't just need new friends, you need a new ecosystem. How do you overcome? Pray bold repositioning prayers. Lord, transplant me into the soil where I will flourish. So some frustration in your life isn't failure, it's misplacement. You're not less anointed, you're just in a setting that doesn't match your assignment. God will often equip you before He positions you. Preparation comes before public platform. Being a good person doesn't mean every circle is safe. Environments shape your outcomes. Many people in the Bible looked underused until God shifted their season and surroundings. The Lord is aligning you. Right gift, right place, right time. Today, we're breaking the lie that you're stuck. You're being repositioned. If you enjoy this message, click like and subscribe to learn more.